Now we are going to discuss about the graph of y equal to sine inverse of x. We know that the graph of sine x first, that is a wavy curve, right? This is x-axis and it is y-axis, and the graph of sine x exists a wave like this. In the negative direction, we get in this way. This is actually the graph of y equal to sine x. Next, to draw the graph of sine inverse of x, let us select Cartesian coordinate system. In general, what we think, since it is inverse of the function, automatically the graph is symmetric about y equal to x. Okay. When the graph is symmetric about y equal to x, we can expect the graph in this way. Right? We can expect like this. This is symmetric about y equal to x graph. Suppose this is y equal to x, straight line. Right? But observe clearly, the entire total graph is not a function. Why? Because suppose if I select x value 0, it has image here, 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 and so on in the upward direction, as well as it has images in the downward direction also. But by the definition of function, x equal to 0 should have only unique image, then only it is called a function. So the total graph which you selected, that is not a function. Only in the limited period it become a function. If I choose this part, this one, only this part, this red marked, okay, now observe, it is a function. Why? Because each and every element of the domain has unique image. Okay, so that this is the graph of y equal to sine inverse of x, only red marked graph. And one more thing, we know that if f is bijective, then only its inverse, f inverse exists, right? See here the function f, sine function, bijective part only I am going to select this one. Strictly increasing so that it is 1 1, and minus 1 to plus 1, it is defined, right? Codomain equal to range. Then only f inverse exists. So this part is bijective part. Only for this part, if you draw symmetric graph about y equal to x, then we get this graph. It is known as y equal to sine inverse of x. And clearly, this graph is symmetric about origin, right? So that it is known as odd function. And also strictly increasing graph it is like this. Okay, this is about y equal to sine inverse of x, and it is very clear that it is defined for all x belongs to -1 to 1. Here it is -1 and here it is +1. And the range of this function is from closer minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. Next we will discuss about the graph of y equal to cos inverse of x. Before going to discuss the graph of cos inverse of x, let us see the graph of cos x first, and then we go for its inverse. We know that the graph of cos x also a wavy curve like this, right? This is y equal to cos x. It is defined for all x belongs to R, and its range is from -1 to 1. Next, I am going to draw the symmetric graph of cos x about y equal to x. Then what happens? Observe. The graph become like this. It continues. This is actually symmetric graph about y equal to x. This graph is symmetric of y equal to cos x about y equal to x. Again here at x equal to 0, if you observe, there are different images, so that clearly it is not a function. To become a function, we have to select a limited boundary, right? That limited boundary starts from here up to here only, right? If you choose from 0 to pi y values and x values clearly from -1 to 1, then we can say that this graph is inverse graph of cos x, and clearly it is a function. Why? Because 0 has only unique image, 1 has unique image, -1 has only unique image, right? In this range 0 to pi. And observe here, for existency of its inverse, in the principal boundary from 0 to pi, clearly it is bijective function from 0 to pi, right? So that for which if you draw symmetric graph about y equal to x, then that gives its inverse y equal to cos inverse of x, and it is defined for all x belongs to -1 to 1, so that it is known as domain of the function. Next, from 0 to pi, its range, and it is neither even nor odd. Why? Because to become even function, the graph should be symmetric about y axis. This is even graph. Next, these type of graphs are even graph always symmetric about y axis, right? Next, odd graphs are symmetric about opposite quadrants, but it is not like that. So that it is neither even nor odd, and it is strictly decreasing function, right? It is strictly decreasing in its domain. This is about the graph of y equal to cos inverse of x. Next, we are going to discuss about the graph of y equal to tan inverse of x. Before going to this, let us see the graph of tan inverse of x. Sorry, tan x. Okay. And then we go for tan inverse of x. We know that tan graph, it is defined only for real values which are not odd multiples of pi by 2. Okay. Suppose this is pi by 2. Next, third pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. Minus third pi by 2 it is. Right. And we know the graph of tan x by our previous discussion. It is clear that we get in this way. This is actually y equal to tan x graph, right? To draw the graph of its inverse, we have to select only the bijective part from y equal to tan x. Neglect all these parts which are right side and left side of this middle one. Neglect all remaining right parts and left parts. Clearly, it is bijective function, right? And here it is pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. So that here we get minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Symmetric graph. Now about y equal to x I am going to draw. This is y equal to x, right? Symmetric graph of y equal to tan x. This is tan x graph, right? So this goes to like this and this part. Actually, this is the graph of tan x, right? Now, symmetric graph I am going to draw. That is this one. This is y equal to tan inverse of x. First I am writing domain and then range. What is domain of this function? It is defined for all x belongs to R. Range, clearly open brackets from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Not closed, remember. Why? Because it is not defined clearly. Tan x is not defined at x equal to pi by 2, right? Only interior part of minus pi by 2 tan inverse of x exists. So range should be with open brackets. Next, clearly the graph is symmetric about origin. Therefore, it is odd function. And clearly it is strictly increasing graph. It is strictly increasing also. This is about the graph of y equal to tan inverse of x. Next, go for the graph of y equal to cot inverse of x. We know that the graph of cot x, here it is pi by 2 and pi, it is 2 pi. Cot x graph, it is not defined at x equal to n pi, where n belongs to integer quantity. And we get the graph in this way. This is the graph of cot inverse of x, right? Neglect these graphs, right part of pi and left part of 0. Whatever the graphs, if you neglect, only in the interval 0 to pi, the graph is clearly bijective. Different values of x having different images, right? So inverse exists only in the range 0 to pi. Now let us go for the graph of cot inverse of x. Here it is. This is cot x graph. Now cot inverse of x. And symmetry graph about y equal to x means what we get for this. For this graph, symmetry graph about y equal to x we have to draw. That means actually this dotted graph represent cot x graph, and about y equal to x we have to draw symmetry graph. This one, okay? For this it is symmetric, and for this it is symmetric. Therefore this graph is y equal to cot inverse of x graph. And what is domain? Domain clearly set of all real values. It is defined from minus infinite to infinite, right? And range up to here only. Here it is 0 and it is pi. So range open interval 0 to pi, not closed brackets, open brackets. And it is neither even nor odd, right? Neither even nor odd. And it is strictly decreasing graph. Strictly decreasing. This is about the graph of y equal to cot inverse of x. Next, about the graph of y equal to secant inverse of x. We know that the graph of secant x, that exists like this. And here there is a gap at x equal to pi by 2. And here this is minus pi by 2. And next we get a graph here, okay? And there is a gap at 3 pi by 2. Clearly here it is minus 1 and here it is 1. Now we have to select symmetric graph about y equal to x, and where the graph of y equal to secant x is bijective, right? First bijective part I am going to select. This part and this part from 0 to pi. If you see this graph, clearly it is both 1 1 and on 2. So for which we have to draw symmetric graph. It is clearly 1, right? Pi by 2 means 1 point, approximately 1.5. But here it is 1. So from 1 it starts. Okay. Y equal to x graph 45 degrees. This one. Now the graph of inverse graph of this one. Here it is 1, so that it starts from 1. Next symmetry graph we get like this, for which it is symmetric. Okay. Next for this we get here. Here it is pi by 2 gap. It extends like this. And here it is pi, right? Starts with pi, right? So here it starts with pi. So this is the graph, and there is a gap at x equal to pi by 2, remember. Therefore, this red colored graph represent the graph of secant inverse of x, its domain and range I am going to write. What is domain of this function? From minus infinite to minus 1, union 1 to infinity, right? Domain of this function minus infinite to minus 1, union 1 to infinite, from figure clearly. And range of the function, that is closed 0 to pi except pi by 2. And clearly it is neither even nor odd. It is increasing and increasing, right? Therefore, it is increasing graph. Next we go for the graph of cosec inverse of x. First graph of cosecant x, right? This is the graph of cosecant x. Clearly it is minus 1. Here it is 1. Here it is minus 1, right? Now we have to select symmetry graph about y equal to x. And where the graph of y equal to cos x is bijective, right? Only in that part we have to select. First select bijective part. Okay. Clearly this part, dotted part, up to here, and starts from here, for which if you select the graph, symmetry graph about y equal to x, it gives the graph of y equal to cosec inverse of x. That means what we get, like this. Okay. It extends in the same way, symmetry graph. Next, Next graph symmetric about this one, symmetric about y equal to x. For this, what we get, is this graph. This is the graph of y equal to cosec inverse of x, and write domain range. Here it starts with 1, so it is also start at 1 and minus 1. Therefore, domain I can write from minus infinite to minus 1, union 1 to infinite, and range. See, this is clearly pi by 2, and this is pi by 2. That should be more than 1, right? This is minus, actually minus 1 minus pi by 2, you have to mention. Here it is minus 1, and here it is minus pi by 2. Okay, actually y equal to x is this one. Okay, and range from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, except 0. Range of this function from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, but not 0. And it is odd function also, and clearly it is decreasing graph, right? And also it is decreasing function on its domain. Next we are going to discuss about the graphs of y equal to sine inverse of x and cos of cos inverse of x. Okay, clearly it is composite function. Suppose that first function f, second function g, and it is clearly g of f of x. That means g circle f of x. By the definition of composite function, when f is mapping from a to b and g is mapping from b to c, then only g circle f from a to c exists. If f mapping from a to b, g mapping from b to c, then only it exists, right? And it is very clear that here the second set of f and first set of b, that is domain of g and a range of f, must be same, then only its inverse exists. Let us verify here. For the first function, you have f here sine inverse of x. F is clearly sine inverse of x. It is defined from minus 1 comma 1 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? And g, that is sine x. Okay, and it is defined from set of all real values its range -1 to 1. But observe here, R is not same as minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So for existency, it must be reduced to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Then only a G circle F exists. Remember this one. We have to reduce the domain of sine function. Okay, then only it exists. And clearly G circle F exists from -1 comma 1 to -1 comma 1. Now I am going to draw the graph of sine inverse of x with domain -1 to 1 and range -1 to 1. And clearly these two are inverse graphs, right? So I can write G as F inverse. When you write G as F inverse, it is F inverse circle F. That means what we get? Identity function. So I of x clearly x. Therefore, here I can write this is also equal to x on its domain. Only on the defined interval, it acts as like y equal to x graph. We know that composite function exists from -1 to 1. Let us select the graph in the interval -1 to 1 and here -1 to 1. Domain and range both. Okay. This is -1 plus 1. And here it is -1 plus 1. And the graph like y equal to x. -1 -1 0 0 1 1. Joining all these points. This is the graph of y equal to x in the interval -1 to 1, and it is same as the graph of y equal to sine inverse of x as well as y equal to cos inverse of x. Let us see here. If you select f and g is nothing but f inverse. Why? Because these two are inverse to each other. In this way, cos inverse of x is defined from -1 to 1 to 0 to pi. We know this. And its inverse function, cos function, starts from defined from r to -1 to 1. To get composite function, these two regions should be same. So we have to reduce this to 0 to pi. And then composite function exists. Clearly they are inverse to each other. Therefore, it gives the graph of y equal to x in this interval -1 comma 1 to -1 comma 1. So that these two graphs are similar graphs. Remember. Next we go for the graph of y equal to tan inverse of x, and this is same as cot inverse of x, and it is equal to x on its domain only on the defined domain it is y equal to x. Okay, first let us see the graph of tan inverse of x. For existency of this, I'm going to select one is f and the other f inverse. Suppose that this is f and this is its inverse. We know that tan inverse of x, it is defined from tan inverse graph defined from r to r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and f inverse, that is tan x graph. Tan x graph is defined, tan x graph defined from r minus r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2 to r. These two are same, right? Therefore, f inverse circle f, that is equal to I of x, that is exists from r to r. Therefore, it is like y equal to x in the interval r to r. Therefore, the graph of tan inverse of x and cot inverse of x, we get y equal to x clearly, an entire domain. This is the graph, no breaks. This is y equal to x in the interval r from minus infinite to infinite. And it is also same as tan inverse of x and also cot inverse of x. The same is applicable for cot inverse of x. Next, we will discuss about the graph of secant inverse of x and cosecant inverse of x. See here, for this graph, cot inverse of x first. Cot inverse of x is graph defined from r to r minus n pi, and cot x graph defined from r minus n pi to r. Both are same here. Therefore, its composite function defined from r to r like this. Okay. Let us see next two graphs. Y equal to secant of secant inverse of x and cosecant of cosecant inverse of x equal to x on its domain only. Let us suppose this is f inverse. Clearly, f is defined from secant inverse of x graph. First, I'm going to write secant x graph. Secant x graph is defined from r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2 to r. Secant inverse, a to b changes to b to a. That is r to, sorry, this is r minus 1 to 1. I can write here. It is not defined at odd multiple pi by 2, and its range is from minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite. So here minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite to r minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2. We can easily write domain and range for secant x, right? So first written f inverse and then go for its inverse. Clearly these two are same. Therefore, f inverse circle f equal to identity function, nothing but I of x is x. This is exist from minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite to minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite. Okay, let us see the graph. There is a gap from minus 1 to 1. Here it is 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1. Only in this region there is a gap. Next we get the graph of y equal to x, 1 to infinite, minus infinite to minus 1. Yes, this is the graph of y equal to sec of sec inverse of x and cosec of cosec inverse of x. Now we are going to discuss about the graphs of y equal to sine inverse of sine x. Okay. Now this is f and this is f inverse. F graph, sine graph defined from r to minus 1 to 1. F inverse from minus 1 comma 1 to r actually, right? These two are similar, therefore it is defined from f inverse circle f, that is defined from r to r. Okay, but it is not identity function, remember. Why? Because internal function sine function is periodic and its period is 2 pi. Therefore I'm not writing. Okay, no problem. F's inverse circle f, only in the limited boundary it acts as identity function. Okay, let us see. It is clearly periodic function whose period is 2 pi and defined from r to r. Let us draw the graph. This is domain, not range, remember. Sorry, this is codomain, not range. Okay, first I'm writing 0 x value, then pi by 2, and then pi, next 3 pi by 2, and then 2 pi. After that, since it is periodic whose period 2 pi, I can extend the graph. If you write 0, what happens? Sine inverse of sine 0, 0. If you write pi by 2, sine inverse of sine pi by 2, sine 90 value 1, sine inverse 1 value again pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2. Okay, next what we get? Pi, 0. Sine pi value 0, sine inverse of 0, 0. So we get the graph in this way. Next 3 pi by 2, sine inverse of sine 3 pi by 2, that is sine inverse of sine 3 pi by 2 value minus 1. Okay, and sine inverse of minus 1 minus pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 means minus pi by 2 here. Next 2 pi, automatically 0. This is the graph in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Now I am going to extend like this. This graph represent y equal to sine inverse of sine x. Observe, this is identity function here in the limited boundary from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 only. From this graph I can write this as y equal to x. Clearly it is like y equal to x, right? Next, this one, y equal to x minus 2 pi. Why? Because when you write x value 2 pi, it is y value become 0. Next, this is y equal to x minus 4 pi. This is first pi, second pi, third pi, and it is 4 pi, right? When you write x value 4 pi, it become 0. Next, this one, y equal to clearly 0 minus pi, it is minus 2 pi, right? Therefore this is minus x, sorry, y equal to x, right? X plus 2 pi, that is when you write x value minus 2 pi, it become 0. Here it is sharp edge. Okay, these are with same slope, so that y equal to mx plus c model. Next, they have negative slope. This is clearly y equal to minus x plus pi. When you write x value pi, it becomes 0. And this is y equal to minus x plus 3 pi. Why? Because by writing 3 pi x value, it is minus 3 pi plus 3 pi become 0. And this one y equal to minus x minus pi it is. When you write x value minus pi, minus pi plus pi minus pi become 0. This is about the graph of sine inverse of sine x. And it is periodic clearly. Also it is odd function. Why? Because the graph is symmetric about origin. No, no, this is not odd function. Yes, yes. Sine inverse of sine x graphic, right? No, this is not symmetric about origin. Next, we will discuss about y equal to cos inverse of cos x. Clearly, cos x is periodic and whose period is 2 pi. So, draw the graph in the interval 0 to 2 pi first, and then extend the graph. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and 2 pi. First, if I write 0, then what happens? Cos inverse of cos 0, that is cos inverse 1 equal to 0 here. When you write pi by 2, cos 90 value 0, cos inverse 0, pi by 2, right? For pi by 2, it is pi by 2. Next, pi. Clearly, cos pi minus 1. So, cos inverse minus 1 means what we get? Pi. Here it is pi. Next, 3 pi by 2, if you write cos inverse of cos 3 pi by 2, 0. And it become finally pi by 2. Okay. Next, 2 pi, if you write cos inverse of cos 2 pi, that is cos inverse of 1, that means 0. Joining these points, this is the graph. Now we have to choose similar graph for this. This is the graph of cos inverse of cos x, and I'm going to mention this is y equal to x, and this is y equal to x minus 2 pi. This is y equal to x minus 3 pi, and this one y equal to x plus pi. Why? Because x value minus pi. Next, this one y equal to minus x plus 2 pi. When you write x value 2 pi, minus 2 pi plus 2 pi gets cancelled, become 0. Okay. Next, this one y equal to minus x plus 3 pi. And this is the graph of y equal to minus x, and this is y equal to minus x minus pi. When you write x value minus pi, minus of minus pi plus pi and minus pi gets cancelled 0. So this is about the graph of cos inverse of cos x. Next we will discuss the graph of y equal to tan inverse of tan x. We know that its period is pi. It is periodic function whose period pi. So first draw the graph in the interval 0 to pi and then extend. 0, pi by 2, pi, next 3 pi by 2, and then 2 pi. At pi by 2 there is a gap, and at 3 pi by 2 also. For all odd multiple pi by 2 there is a gap, right? Let us see the graph of tan inverse of tan x. First, by substituting 0, it becomes 0 only. When you write pi by 4, automatically it is pi by 4. Why? Because tan pi by 4 1, tan inverse of 1 means again pi by 4 we get. So here, and pi by 2 it is not defined. So we get like this. And next, when you write 3 pi by 4, then what happens? Y equal to tan inverse of tan 3 pi by 4. Here I am going to substitute. That is y equal to tan inverse of minus 1. That means y value minus pi by 4. So here it is, right? Next pi 0, and then it extends like this. Next, when you write minus pi by 4, then tan inverse of tan of minus pi by 4, that is tan inverse minus 1, again minus pi by 4. When minus pi by 2, it is not defined, right? Actually, this is the graph. Up to pi, this is periodic, right? Therefore, the same graph starts here. And then you can extend like this. This is the graph of y equal to tan inverse of tan x. Clearly, this is y equal to x, and this is y equal to x minus pi, and this is y equal to x minus 2 pi. This is y equal to x plus pi. This is about the graph of tan inverse of tan x. Next, we go for the graph of cot inverse of cot x. Clearly, it is of period pi. So, draw the graph in the interval 0 to pi and then extend. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, 0. Here it is pi, it is pi by 2. Okay. When you write 0, it is not defined. When you write pi, not defined. Next, 3 pi, not defined. Okay. Suppose if I write pi by 4, that become pi by 4 only. Why? Because cot inverse of cot pi by 4, that is cot inverse of 1 equal to pi by 4. So for pi by 4, it is pi by 4. Next, if you write pi by 2, cot inverse of cot pi by 2, 0. That means pi by 2. Yes. For pi by 2, it is pi by 2 only. So we get the graph in this way. The same graph repeats. This one, like this. This is minus pi. Okay. Now I can write this is y equal to x, and this is y equal to x minus pi. This is y equal to x minus 3 pi. First pi, this is second pi, right? 2 pi. Similarly, y equal to x minus 3 pi, and this is y equal to x plus pi. This is about the graph of cot inverse of cot x. And see here, for the graph of sine inverse of sine x, domain R range from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. Next, cos inverse of cos x graph, for which clearly domain is R. Domain is R and range from 0 to pi. Okay. Next, graph of tan inverse of tan x, for which domain, what we get, R minus 2n plus 1 pi by 2, and its range from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Next graph, cot inverse of cot x, right? And for which, what is domain? Domain set of all real numbers, range from 0 to pi, open interval. Next, we go for the graph of y equal to secant inverse of secant x. And next, y equal to cosecant inverse of cosecant x. Clearly, it is of period 2 pi and it is of period 2 pi. So, draw the graph in the interval 0 to 2 pi and then extend. See, it is not defined at x equal to pi by 2, right? Or for all multiple pi by 2, it is not defined actually. Next, 3 pi by 2 not defined, then 2 pi, right? Secant inverse of secant x. First, when you write 0, this is 0. Why? Because secant inverse of secant 0 means secant inverse of 1, that is equal to 0. 0 comma 0 first. Next, gap at pi by 2. Next, if I write pi, secant inverse of secant pi, that is secant inverse of minus 1, what we get, that is pi again. And we know that it does not exceed pi. Why? Because its range 0 to pi except pi by 2. So next, it falls down like this up to here. When you write 2 pi, see, secant inverse of secant 2 pi, that is secant inverse of plus 1, that means 0. So that here it is 0. Now you can easily extend the graph in this way, except this part, except this part, right? Like that you can extend here also, except this part. This is minus pi. This is the graph of sec inverse of secant x, and we can say that this is y equal to x on defined interval. This is y equal to x minus 2 pi. This is y equal to minus x plus 2 pi. Why? Because by substituting 2 pi it becomes 0. Okay. And this one y equal to minus x. Now I am going to draw the graph of cosec inverse of cosecant x. 0, pi by 2, and this is pi. It is not defined at pi and 0, right? Next, 2 pi not defined. Let us see, when you write pi by 2, then automatically it become pi by 2. Cosec inverse of cosec pi by 2 means 1, and this gives the value pi by 2. Yes, here it is pi by 2. Next, minus pi by 2 if I write, then what happens? Same, minus pi by 2. There is a gap like this we get. And we know that its range from minus pi by 2 except 0. So it does not exceed, then we get like this next, and then here. Okay, next, like this. It extends in this way. Next, here, here. This is the graph. Observe, when you write 3 pi by 2, what happens? Cosec inverse of cosecant 3 pi by 2. That is cosecant inverse of -1. That means what we get? Minus pi by 2. Here it is minus pi by 2. This is about the graph of cosec inverse of cosecant x. And here, what is domain? Domain is r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. And its range from close 0 to pi except pi by 2. And here, what is domain? R minus n pi, n integer quantity. Here, n integer quantity. And what is range? From minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 except 0. This is about the graph of y equal to sec inverse of secant x and cosecant inverse of cosecant x.